Hey guys, welcome back. Nigel here, Nigel's Land Rover channel, and I'm going to start a new video series. I think I buy a lot of tools and bits and pieces from Amazon, and I think I'm going to start a video series. Is it good or is it crap? Because I've bought a few bits and pieces off Amazon, and they've been, for the price, they've been amazing, and I've bought a few pieces that have been as bad as use as a chocolate teapot. So you can see I've got some rivets. These are my 4.8 by 10mm rivets, and these are for riveting the parts in properly. The parts have already fitted. I've gone for 10mm because the actual length is going to be like 5.5, 6 mil, 4.5, 5 mil, sorry. So these are the right length for that. And then we've got this here. Now this is a Yuhtech, Yuhtech. You can see there, Yuhtech riveter insert tool. Now this is designed to be used with a cordless drill. I haven't even opened the packet yet, so I don't know what sort of quality it is. I bought it on Amazon. It was £14.88, and I looked at the reviews, and there were other ones on there, and people said go for the black one. So that's what I've done. I've gone for the black one. And as I say, £14.88. Now the riveting I've done up to now has all been these little 1/8. I think they're stainless steel. They're 13mm length, I believe. So they're too long for the job I've been doing. Yeah, 13mm, but they're only there for scrap to hold it together while it's all going off. So I've been using this, and I've actually hurt my wrist because these things take a lot of effort, especially when they're up here. It's difficult. So I decided to try and get some sort of automated tool. Now I would have bought a pneumatic one, but for the amount of riveting I do, it's just not worth it. So we'll see what this performs like. We've got all our different sizes in here. So we've got. This is a spanner for taking it apart should you want to. I'm not sure what that is for. We'll find out though. And then we've got all the different ends. So you've got that's for, yeah, that's going to be for like your 2mm rivets. These are going to be your 3.2. That'll be your 4. And then this one here is your 4.8. In fact, they're written on the side. So we've got 2.4, 4, and 3.2. But you can see the sort of quality they are with the writing on there. So it's obviously Chinese, but you know, let's see what it's like. So basically all you're going to have in here is a couple of mandrels or 3 mandrels that are going to pull back as this turns. So it's basically just going to be a screw thread. So I'm expecting to have to go clockwise to pull the rivet and then go anti-clockwise to let it go. So we've got a handle in here which is going to screw on there, which is going to help us steady it. Obviously it goes into that hex in there, right? So there we go, there's the tool, and you can see the sort of quality it is. And there we go, and as I say, £14.88. You couldn't make it for half that, you couldn't make it for twice that. Which is something I really disagree with, because this might be a load of rubbish, as I say, and I'm always saying this about tools. This might be a load of rubbish, and if it is, then the companies that make these that are, you know, half decent and probably charge £40 will go out of business, and then all we left is crap. So right, we've got some instructions here. Very simple. Electric riveter conversion connector. That's quite a name. So what they're saying here, we've got the instructions here, you can see. So obviously we've got insert it into the chuck, tighten the chuck up, put the rivet in, turn it clockwise to pull the rivet, and then go anti-clockwise to let it go, which is what I was just saying. And then you've got some other words there if you want to read them. You know, rapid riveting saves time and effort. I'm just doing it to try and save my wrists. Okay, so it's saying here that the shell is with reinforced nylon, more robust and durable. Longer time work is not tired. The body grip comfort. Forged alloy steel tips, durable, energy efficient. Handle with hard plastic non-slip surface, not easy to skid. High strength connecting rod to better the electric gun. So there we go. So I've got my good old trusty drill here, and I'm only going to do this in low. I'm not going to try it in high speed. So we're going to put this in here. Okay, and we've already got the, so we'll tighten that up, and like they say, until it clicks. So clockwise to pull, and then we're going to anti-clockwise to let it go. You can see that winding out, and then so you can see as I go clockwise, it pulls it in. So anti-clockwise, it pulls it out, and then it just clicks. Okay, so there we go. So we've got it. It's got a 4.8 end in it already. I've got a 4.8 rivet here, and I've got, so you can see I've inserted the rivet in there. Okay, and I've got the aluminium set up down here. This is the old aluminium strip off the Land Rover. So I'm going to move the camera now, get it better positioned, and we'll see what it's like. Okay, so we've got the tool here. I'm going to try it for the first time, and I'm going to push it into, I've got a rivet in there already. I did that by hand, it's just to hold them together. So I'm going to try this in here and we'll see how it goes. Right, here we go. Oh, that's undoing, so let's... But at the moment, it's crap because it's not doing anything. It's just clicking. If I do that, it pushes it out. Okay. Blimey. Okay, so what I was doing first of all there, I didn't have it wound right back, so the collets were closed, so the rivet couldn't go in. Now it pulled that easily, so we're going to go reverse, and it should, whoops, rest it on the arm. There you go, it pushes the end out, we just pull it out like that. So that's the first good thing, it didn't jam. So let's put another one in. Pull those together, hold this, and then you should be able to see one. That was really easy. It didn't snap though. It snapped the... It's snapping the rivet off halfway up the shaft, but I think that's the fault of the rivet rather than the machine itself. So let's try again. Let's make sure it's right. No, that's the wrong way, isn't it? Let me see what's happened here. Now we can see that the rivet is actually, let's get another one out. The rivet is actually a lot shorter than it was. So what it's done is actually pulled the end of the rivet off rather than snapped it down there. So we could say that's a fault of the rivet. Let's give it another go. Got another hole up here. So I'm going to make sure it's wound in all the way. Okay, and then I'm going to put that rivet in there. Push that in that hole, and then okay, we'll make sure it's wound out all the way. Okay, and we can see there it's actually pushing. Well, I can see it's pushing the centre out. So let's go clockwise. It's done that one perfect, so I can only assume that's a dodgy rivet. I'm going to give Yuhtech, whatever their name is it Yuhtech? I'm going to give Yuhtech the benefit of the doubt. See, that one hasn't even really pulled, it's not tight. But these two, you can see here, they've pulled beautifully. Okay, so it's doing a really good job, as with that one. But this one is obviously, there was a fault in the shaft or something. Or I didn't put it in right. I'm not going to blame the tool for that one, that's my fault. So here I've got I've drilled a couple of 1/8 inch holes in here. So we can try our smaller tool. So I'm going to get one of the longer rivets in here. And this will be a good test for what sort of stroke it's got, because this is a 13mm rivet. It's way too long for what we need, but it does show you what sort of stroke we've got. So let's get that in there. I'm also going to pop another rivet in another hole just to make sure it's all aligned for when we come to the next ones. There we go, that's in there. So I'm going to take this tool out of the drill for ease. Then I'm going to get my spanner, undo that end, and I'm going to wind this so it pushes that, it's pushing that shaft out. And it's kind of jammed in there by the look of it, so we'll take the shaft out, and I can't pull that out, so what I'm going to do now is take this end cap off. Okay, and then what we've got inside here, that should just pull out. Let me pause the video a minute. I'm going to see if I can wrench that out with the vise, and then we'll go from there. Okay, now I've had to take this apart to get it out, and we can see there's little bits. You can see here there's little bits of that snapped off shaft, so I'm just assuming that's what's caused its issues. So in the end of here we've got a spring, and then we've got this drawbar sort of thing, and then inside there we've got the collets. Now if I tip it over they'll fall out, but in there are the 3 collets. So I'm going to put that into there and then push against the spring and screw it on. There we go. And there you can see you've got 3 collets sticking out. So that's what that spanner was for. Remember I said I didn't know what the slotted end was for. It's for that. So we can get on there and nip that up. Okay, and then we can push this together like so. Get our spanner on there like that, and that's it, job done. So we should be back to normal now. Now what I'm going to do now is fit the 3.2 in there, which is simple. Give that a nip, and then we will put our rivet back in that fell out because I had to use the vise. So put that one back in there. We'll stick this back in the vise. Okay, we'll put this back in the drill. Just like so. And then we'll go reverse. So it's clicking, that means it's all the way back. So I can push this in now. Push that all the way on. Okay, and then I'm going to go forwards and pull the rivet, and it's done that in one stroke, which is nice to see. And now it pushes that out as we go. Once again it's jammed in there, so this isn't looking good, guys. It's also become very floppy. So I don't want to be having to take it apart every time I pull a rivet. Now let's take this out of the drill again. Let's see if I can pull that out. I can't. I'll probably be able to push it in, because that's the way the collets work. There we go. Push it in and pull it and it's come out. So it could be because it's new, it may be sticking on the teeth. I'm not going to say it's crap, but I wish they would make these things with some way of letting the waste mandrel come out the back, but I guess it doubles the price or something. So again, we go all the way back, so we're going to push that onto the rivet. Hold it like that, and then go forward and pull, and then go reverse, and it pushes the mandrel out, and once again it's stuck. So what I'm going to do is grab the pair of pliers, push it forward, and then pull it. Yeah, it's sticking on the teeth, you can hear it. So I would imagine as it gets worn in they would come out a lot easier. So let's have a look at it pulled them, and you can see lovely and square on that one, which is nice to see. It didn't all go over an angle. And that one is pulled beautifully. Where are we? Here we are. That one's pulled beautifully there. And that one's nice and square. So there we are. That is the review of the, I keep forgetting the name, Yuhtech X001A5F2KF. And it is available, there it is there, available on Amazon. In the UK it's £14.88. And marks out of 10. At the moment I'm going to give it 8, because it does the job. It's pulling the rivets beautifully. I have to blame this one on the rivet, not the tool. And the other little rivets, it's pulled them beautifully. I think the shaft sticking in there is because it's so new. So yeah, 8 out of 10. I'll use it on the Land Rover tub. You'll see me using it in a video, and then we'll decide after that what we really think of it. But for £14.88, my wrist is certainly a lot better than it would have been pulling them. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all soon.